Hi everyone, I'm Liz, and welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch for Flosstube episode 66. Welcome back to another Flosstube episode. I'm Liz, and thanks for joining me. How's everybody's week been? Mine has been real busy. Who knew that putting up 4 videos a week and working full-time would be a lot of work? Oh wait, I did. And I questioned why I was going to do it, but I'm still doing it because I am having fun. It's just been a lot. And but I'm seriously loving it though. I love having the videos go up. I love the comments and questions, and I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. So I really am thankful to everyone who's going and watching those videos, and most of them have been tutorials so far. It's probably going to be most of them. I did ask my sister Lynn if she would let me interview her for one of them. She just got here for Christmas with her family on Friday, and so she has some fun craft projects, some knitting projects with her that I want her to show off. So hopefully we'll make that happen sometime this week. We'll see. Everything's still a little bit crazy because my mom unfortunately still is in the hospital. She was supposed to get out last week. There was a little bit of a setback with a new infection. That's taken care of. So now it's looking like Tuesday. Just like everybody cross your fingers that there is no more weird unexplained infection and everything goes smooth. I know I'm like smiling and laughing about it, but it has been really stressful. This Tuesday will be 4 weeks that my mom has had to spend in the hospital, and that is no fun for anyone, especially her. I know she's miserable, and but we're gonna get to the end of it. It's gonna be soon. And yeah, anyways, so that has been my week. What else? Oh, I went and bought a wedding ring. That's wedding stuff. Maybe I did that last weekend. Maybe I did that before last video. I don't remember what is time, but I had like a specific type of wedding band in mind for my ring. So we went shopping and I found one. So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna have to hide it from myself so I don't just like wear it all the time before we get married. Is that bad luck? I don't know. That's a fun thing we did this week. What else did we do? Watched Harry Potter. I love a good Harry Potter movie. Went to Whole Foods last night and got some of those brown butter chocolate chip cookies. If you have a Whole Foods near you, go get their made in the store brown butter chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, that's what we did last night. So, okay, speaking of all the videos I've been putting up, I did a couple of videos, 3 videos this week. The first one was my finishing of this Mary ornament. Well, I think it was called Berries in Bloom by Hands On Design that I showed you guys last week. And thank you all so much for the love on this finish. It's like my new favorite. I love it so much. And I got a lot of questions about the floss colors I used. And so I found my little Ziploc bag, and I'm going to show you, and I'll list them down below. So for anyone who's interested in the floss colors, the way this pattern is designed, you need 3 reds and 3 greens and 1 brown. And so it calls for DMC. So, you know, obviously feel free to use a DMC, but if you really like my colors in particular, I will show you what I used. And so I kind of just dug through, like I have my floss on rings. Well, most of it. If you watch my Instagram, you know that some of it's in a pile. Most of my floss is on rings. And so I found so one of my very favorite reds is this Candy Apple by Weeks. This is like a very I mean, exactly what it says, like candy apple, bright, shiny red. And so I love this. So I started with this as like my medium red, like my bright, true red. And I wanted one lighter, one darker. And so then for the lighter red, I went with Ladybug by Classic Colorworks. And then for the darker red, I did Cherry Cobbler. So you can see, oh, those are the 3 reds that I used. And then for my greens, for the lightest one, I went with some Classic Endive. And then the medium one was Polliwog. And the darker, well, I don't know. They're just 3 different shades. I don't know which one's, yeah, I guess this one's darker, is Pine Needles. So those were the 3 greens I used. And then the brownie color, brownish gray, I used Sticks and Twigs. So, yep, that was my color palette that I used to make my berries in bloom. So I hope that answers that question. I'll list those colors in the description box if I can remember to write them down. I will remember. And I also have added a link to the freebie in that tutorial video. So if you're struggling to find it, just go over, I'll link that video in the description box. So go to that video and you should see the little link to get the freebie from Hands On Design. Okay, so the next Stitchmas video I put up this week was all about stitching in hand and kind of my tips and tricks for stitching faster and more efficiently. And that video definitely has been the most watched one of my Stitchmas videos. Thank you guys all for showing it some love. And thank you all for not laughing at me in the comments about my knots and the way I stitch. I don't know why I was worried. I should not have been worried. Everybody has been so nice. And it's just super interesting to read the comments too and see like so many of us stitch. I mean, we all stitch so differently, right? And a lot of people do stitch in hand sewing method, but they do the up and down kind of scoops of the linen, which that's how I think I first learned and tried sewing in hand, but I didn't like it because I didn't like the up and down movement. And that's why I like taught myself, like, I was like, let me come across. I think I saw somebody doing it and was like, light bulb moment. And I was like, oh, I'm going to like that better. And then that's how I kind of got to the style in which I stitch. Like I just figured out ways to make things faster and easier for me to do. So yeah, that video was fun to do. I just sat down, you know, put the camera on top of me and started talking and stitching, and it turned into a good video, I thought. So thank you guys so much for the love on that. I hope it was helpful or just entertaining if, you know, you're not looking for any way to change up your stitching. I did get a lot of questions. I need to go back through and answer them all in the comments, but one of them I saw was, do you feel like your stitches look messier with 2 strands versus 1 strand? And yes, so that is one of the reasons, among several others, why I like to stitch on 36 and 40 with 1 strand of floss, is because with 2 strands, I definitely feel like my stitches look messier. And it's just because you have 2 strands of thread to try to get to lay nicely next to each other. And obviously with 1 strand, it's just 1 strand that needs to lay in the correct direction. You don't have to worry about the 2 strands laying next to each other and matching up, right? I don't think it's a huge difference, but I can tell a difference between using 2 strands and 1 strand with the style that I stitch in. So if you love to stitch 2 strands on 28 and 32, you might not find my way of stitching very enjoyable. If you already have really nice stitches, you know, you might be kind of like, oh no, what are these stitches? And so, yeah, you know, totally try it out and decide if it's not, you know, if it's right for you. If it's not, you know, no worries. I love 36 and 40. And so with 1 strand, I feel like my stitches look great. Not as good as Stephanie Schaffner's. I'm never going to be at, you know, Steph and Pam level of perfect stitches, but that's okay. Let's see what else. Oh, so my third video, I've forgotten all the videos. The third video I put up this week was all about a simple square ornament. And here is what I finished. This was my sister Allison's stitch. She showed this a couple of weeks ago when she was here. And this is a Birds of a Feather pattern from the Just Cross Stitch Ornament edition from 2001. So 20 years ago. And this was kind of her first cross stitch project. I think it was last Christmas. She asked me for a cross stitch project for teens, like something easy for her to do. And so this one is 3 colors. It's just full coverage. She doesn't have to worry about traveling and counting. I mean, obviously you have to count, but you know, it's like pretty simple. And so she stitched this up this year and I finally finished it into a little ornament for her. And I just love how it turned out. She's finished with some green felt on the back and a little baker's twine hanger and a little ribbon. I just love how this ribbon matches. And if you can see, there's a little teeny tiny jingle bell in the center of that bow. So I'll link this video below if you want to see how I made this ornament. Okay, let me show you what I stitched on this week. I was watching Nicola Bumble Stitches earlier this week, her new Flosstube video, and she showed her beautiful finish of the Brenda Gervais Mary and Minty Sal from last year. And I had started it and gotten, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through and then put it away after Christmas. And I saw hers and I was like, oh wait, I want to finish mine. Even though I think a month ago when I sat down with all my Christmas whips and was like, what do I want to get done? I was like, I don't need to finish this one right now. But then I saw her finish and I was like, oh wait, I'm so easily influenced. So I got mine back out and worked more on the big green Christmas tree. And so really I just have to put in Santa Claus and finish up that bottom border. So I don't know, maybe I'll try and keep this one out this week. The only hard part with this is that it's a digital pattern. I need to just print it so I can stitch it anywhere. But I feel like I've got to stitch it in certain spots where I have my like iPad or my computer set up to look at the pattern. But I have a printer. Why don't I just print the chart? Okay, mental note. Elizabeth, when you're editing this later and listening to yourself say this, put on your to-do list, print the chart. Okay. Yeah. So this is the Mary and Minty Sal from Brenda Gervais. This was on her Facebook page. And I think I'm using the called for, but a couple of substitutes. And I don't remember what my substitutes are at this point, but it's mostly the called for colors. So, because I think it was DMC with just a couple of fancy floss. So like, I know my green is a fancy floss. I know that's avocado, but I'm not sure about the rest of my colors. So anyways, but that's my Mary and Minty. Oh, and I'm stitching it on 40 count and I'm pretty sure, ooh, what is this color? I think it's like Vintage Chantilly Cream or something by Lakeside. I'll put it in the description box. I have it written down. I just don't have it in front of me. But yeah. That's the first thing I worked on this week. The next thing I worked on was Tiny Town, Christmas Tiny Town from Heart and Hand. I love this. And here is where I'm at. The tree in the center was a halfway point. So I got halfway across and started on this big house. And I love it. I think it's so cool. I do think I will finish it in the long way rather than in the little drum. I think that's my current plan, but that'll be finished, like fully finished for next Christmas. I am hoping to finish stitching this one in the next week or so, but it'll get fully finished for next year. Oh yeah, I guess I should tell you what I'm stitching this on. I am stitching this on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha from Swigert, and I'm using all of the called for colors except there were called for 2 reds, and just everywhere red is called for, I'm just using the licorice red rather than switching between the 2 reds because I could never find, I think it was Lancaster red. So it's fine. I'm just using licorice red. I think it's super cute. Okay, the last project is a new start that I started yesterday, and it is a new Mill Hill kit, Winter Holiday, And it's a super cute envelope and Christmas card set with all the little like festive greenery. I just love it. I got this earlier in the year. This is one of the new Mill Hill kits for this year. So it was released this year. Yeah, winter holiday collection. Oh, it's called Holiday Wishes. And I made a little bit of a start. So you can see I just, well, not a little, it's pretty good, but I've been basically working on the big center envelope and started putting in the like Christmas card down here. If you can kind of see where I'm at. And so I'm just stitching this on the included brown. It's brown, but I don't know if this is the traditional color. I feel like this is a slightly darker shade of perforated paper than I've worked with before, but I like it. And I'm using all the floss, obviously, that came with it. And I thought I would show this to you guys because I don't know how you guys organize like your Mill Hill kit or your Satsuma Street kits if you stitch those, but I tend to just leave the floss as it comes and then just like pull the strands as I need it. But I was really struggling with this kit last night because of the 3 different shades of white, essentially. Well, it's like 4 shades of white and blue, which you can see right here. And I realized I had been stitching apart with the wrong white. Like there's 2 different shades of white right here. And so I ended up deciding to pull apart all the floss colors and line them up on a floss ring like this. So I knew like which color I should be pulling from, which I found super helpful. And then there's 2 different there's 4 different greens because there's a lot of greenery in this piece at the top. And what am I trying to say? The threads don't come labeled, right? Like it's just a massive thread. And then, on the chart, it'll say like very light green, medium green, dark forest green, and you have to decide like which color is which. And so there were 4 greens and 2 of them were close in numbers and 2 of them were close in numbers. Do you know what I mean? Like how in DMC you might have 2 greens that are like 520 and 522 and those are like 2 shades apart. And so that's how the greens were listed in my chart. And so I figured out which greens I thought went together. And so I know that like this one is medium green and dark green. And I know this one is like very light green and forest green, or you know what I mean? Like, I hope I'm explaining that right. But I found it very helpful to set my little floss ring up like this. So I know like what thread goes to what symbol because they're not labeled inside the kit. That's the only trouble I ever have with like a Mill Hill kit is like sorting out what floss color is what. I'm pretty sure on my first one, there were like 4 different shades of yellow. It was that like Holiday Bells one I showed you last week. And I'm pretty sure that I put yellows in the wrong spot because at a certain point I was like, whatever, let's just get it done. I don't know which is which. So that's my trick. That's my tip for the week. Okay, so that's what I stitched on this week, and I'd forgotten. I was going to do this at the start of the video, but I'll do it here. It doesn't matter. I wanted to show you guys what's normally over my shoulder, which is this tin with a word play on it. So this is something I finished before Christmas last year, and this is my December word play from Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. I feel like these charts can be a little bit hard to find. I found them on her website. I think it's countrystitchesonline.com or .net. I don't know. I've also found them, I feel like I found a couple at like Stony Creek. I found a couple in person at stores. I think I have all of them except maybe 1 month. I have to go back through my stash and check. But I only have 3 of them stitched, and I had finished them so that they magnet on to my little tin here, and then it can just sit behind me and change each week or each month, except that I only have 3 of them stitched. I have December, June, I have June, and February. Yes, I did February. So yeah, I need to work on more of these this year. I really want to make a goal for myself to maybe if I don't get them all done, at least get, you know, maybe 6 of them done so that, you know, next year I can do the other 6 or something, right? Like I just need to make it a goal. I need to remember about these because I love these charts and I love having them switched out. And the top opens up, and actually I'll just show you the other one. So let's see. Here is February. So cute. And then the magnets are really sticky to that metal. And then here is the June one. So, and then they just all fit right in this little tin with the current month on the outside. I talked about it when I bought this, but this is from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if they still have these because I know at a certain point these were clearanced, so that might mean that they don't carry these anymore, but hopefully they have something similarly sized because I really like this idea of finishing something and then having like, you know, like a whole like yearly series and being able to like store them all in the product in which you're like displaying it on. It's really kind of a fun thing. So yes, that is my December wordplay. Okay, so I want to show you a couple of cool things I got in the mail this week. No real haul, I don't think, unless I'm forgetting something. I don't think I got any haul, but I did get 2 lovely gifts. And the first one is this. It's called a Merry Pair, and it's one of the Satsuma Street perforated paper kits. And oh my gosh, this is just the cutest thing. And if you're wondering why you haven't seen this, it's a club kit from the Silver Needle. And so Susan kindly reached out to me and told me she had gotten her club kit in the mail and she didn't think it was something that she would want to stitch. And would I be interested? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And okay, so I didn't realize, but her kit, it not only comes with the perforated paper, but Silver Needle also kitted it with linen and backing fabric if you want to turn it into like a little pillow instead of an ornament. And I might do it as a little pillow because they sent some really pretty purple velveteen from Lady Dot and purple chenille to finish it with. So I know I don't have time to do it for this year, but I just love this so much. And also I need to figure out how to get into this club because the way everything came together and was packaged, I was like, I want to get these in the mail. So Silver Needle, that's in Oklahoma, right? I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm sure there's a waiting list, but I'm like, how do I get in that club? It's super cute. Thank you, Susan, so much. I so appreciate it. Okay, and then Carla, who runs Cobweb Corner, and she has a Flosstube here on YouTube and her online store, she asked me if I might be interested in some quilting stuff that she had gotten. I think that was sent to her from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm not sure, but she asked me if I'd be interested in any of these items, and yep, I was like, yes, please, because I'm obsessed. Okay, so she sent me all these different sizes of square in a square paper, and so this is to make this kind of economy block or square in a square, and it's like the paper piecing method. And I am obsessed with these quilts. I have so many pinned on Pinterest. So she sent me the papers all the way down to like 1-inch size. How cool is that? So thank you. She sent me a couple of cool quilt patterns. And then Flea Market by Lori Holt, which I already have, so I'll probably include this in a giveaway sometime soon. And then this Rose and Bloom quilt. It's like a book, so I think it's a block of the month book. But yeah, super cool. And then also one of their big kind of like mesh flat bottom project bags. So I've never used these before, but this is like a serious heavy duty, could hold some major stuff. So like maybe for a Mirabilia or something. I'm trying to think like what has like a Haid where you have tons and tons of floss. Although I bet you people don't put like 900 colors on a floss ring. How many floss colors are in a Haid? Like 100? You probably don't put those on a floss ring, right? You probably, yeah, okay. But anyways, this could hold some heavy duty stuff. So thank you, Carla, so much. It's so appreciated. She also sent me stuff for a giveaway, which we'll do in just a second. But first, I want to announce the winners for my Etsy card giveaway. Thank you guys all so much for the love on the last video and entering my Christmas gift card giveaway. I apologize. I could not respond to all the comments because they were coming in fast and furious for the Etsy giveaway. But I read through as many as I could, and all the love is so appreciated. And let me give those five $25. I went back and looked at Etsy. It's $25. So yeah, let me announce those winners. Okay, so the first winner of the Etsy gift card is Christine Heavener. I'll put your comment up here. Her favorite movie was White Christmas. I love that one. The Sister song, classic. The second one goes to Killy Loves Amy's. I hope I'm saying that right. I'll put it up on the screen. And her favorite is Love Actually. Love it. Love it. Love it. I've seen that one, I mean, probably once a year since 2004. Is that embarrassing? Oh, well. The third one goes to Tammy Zoll. Thank you, Tammy. The fourth one is Linda Hewson. Hewson? I wanted to say Hudson, but there's no D in there. I'll put your name up on the screen. Oh yeah, Hallmark Christmas movies. Those are great. And the last one goes to Tanya Parente. Thank you, Tanya. Your favorite movie is Elf. Another excellent one that I've seen way too many times. Okay, so those of you that won, my email address is listed below in the description box. So send me an email and then I will send an Etsy gift card back to your email. And yay! Hopefully you can spend it on something fun for yourself or a gift if there's still time to order things. I still need a couple things. What do I get Rob? I don't know. Is it bad that I have one thing for him, but I don't have a quilt this year. I don't have ideas is what I don't have. I also just like buy him things that I see that I think he would like. Like I got him a Seinfeld Lego set because he loves the show Seinfeld and I do too. So I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm out of ideas. I don't have anything for Christmas. So I need to finish my Christmas shopping. Yeah, anyways, okay. I also have some new giveaways for you in this video, so let me show you those. These are courtesy of Carla at cobwebcorner.com. I'll link her shop below. She's been running some really great sales throughout December, and yeah, follow her on Instagram if you want to see, like, she does like kind of flash sales that are like good for a day or two. So check those out. And she sent me a couple of charts for me and a couple of charts for you. So for me, after I picked out this Christmas row to use as a giveaway a few weeks ago, I was like, wait, I need that. I need to stitch that. So I had to get a copy for myself. This is Bent Creek Christmas row. And then another Satsuma Street. This is the Snow Buddy, and I'm actually going to give this to my sister Allison because she wants to try stitching one of these little perforated paper ornaments, and I think it is so good for a beginner. All of the instructions, all of the stuff you need included in the kit. I just think it's perfect. So Allison, I'll be coming by later with this and this. See, she can put this on her tree and she can start stitching another one. Okay, and so for the giveaway, I also got a Satsuma Street ornament for you guys. So if anybody wants to stitch one of these perforated paper ornaments, everything's in here. And I even put up a tutorial on how to finish it. So it's all inclusive. So if you want to be entered to win this one, you just need to be a subscriber, like the video, and leave a comment. And in the comment, use Dear Santa. So use Dear Santa in your comment, and that's how I'll know you want to be entered to win this. And then I also picked this super cute heart and hand Christmas cheer pattern with lots of little ornament and Christmassy designs. I have a lot of the heart and hand Christmas stuff, and I just think it's all so cute. So if you would like to be entered to win this chart, just say Christmas cheer, and I'll know that you want to be entered to win this one. So yay, thank you so much, Carla, for providing giveaways for this week. Okay, I think that's the video for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll probably see you tomorrow, assuming I have time to edit tonight, with another Stitchmas video, which I think it'll be my 6th one. So halfway through Stitchmas, almost halfway through December. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.